This bag became my weird outside brain. When I was a young lawyer about 15 years ago, I took a bag like this to court with my boss. He'd ask for random things. He'd say things like, "Do you have a stapler? Here you go. Do you have a calculator? Here you go. Do you have a hole puncher? Here you go. Band-Aid? Here you go." He'd ask me, "What else do you have in your bag?" Say, "What else do you need?" For the 10 years that I worked for that firm, my reputation soared. I delivered results from a small paper clip to a big winning argument. My boss called me his right-hand woman. Little did he know that each item represented a painful consequence of my ADHD symptom. I was my worst critic. I'd ask myself, I know this. How come I can't do it? What's wrong with me? I always felt shame that I cannot do mental computation. Somehow I thought my brain just didn't work. I can't see numbers in my head somehow. When I finally asked for support from someone I thought could help me, she looked at me up and down and asked, "Do you really know how to add or subtract?" I stopped asking for help. When I, as a lawyer, have to write a lengthy legal argument, I'd hyperventilate and I'd bang my head on the office table, wondering when is the information coming out. But my ADHD brain refuses to listen, as if it has a mind of its own. Throughout my life, I felt I always have to do something extra to function. This became my normal. Even though I was diagnosed over 20 years ago, 2 years ago was when I fully understood the why of my ADHD symptom. I was watching this online video of Dr. Russell Barkley. He's a leading ADHD expert. He explained that the ADHD brain knows the information but doesn't know how to process it. People with ADHD have glitchy brains. Then he said, and I paraphrase, "That's why some people with ADHD can't do mental computation." My jaw dropped. I've been wondering since elementary school. I finally figured it out in my 40s. I've been carrying a calculator everywhere, fearing that someone would ask me to calculate something. I'm glad there's an app for that now. He also said that the ADHD brain causes a massive disconnect between knowledge and performance in the ADHD brain. That's when I dug deeper into the meaning of point of performance, which I shortened as POP. According to Dr. Barkley, point of performance for people with ADHD is the natural setting where information should be used but may not be. I took what he said a few steps further. I'd ask myself, where do I need to perform a particular task whenever I'm struggling with one? And then having identified that point of performance, I would think of ADHD tools to try until something worked. I became intentional in externalizing information for my glitchy outside brain. I tried this approach to the food I eat and buy from the grocery store. I put it in the fridge and then out of sight, out of mind. Even though I pass by the fridge several times a day, it's as if the contents were invisible. So I asked myself, where do I need to get the food out of the fridge to eat it? The fridge door. That's my point of performance, my P.O.P. Having identified my P.O.P, that's where I put the brightly colored sticky note that said, eat your salad. It worked. I popped it. And then I tried it on my neurodiverse family. We have a hard time with this concept, turn off the lights. No amount of sticky notes or reminders or bribery ever worked. And so, instead of the light switch, it's the door frame that became our point of performance. Having identified the door frame, I hung a long red ribbon in the middle of the door frame so no one could miss it as soon as they walk out of the door. It worked! I popped it! When I say pop it, I mean using external tools to compensate for the glitchy ADHD brain. My experiences, my trials and errors made me realize this key concept. People with ADHD can be intentional in creating external tools for their glitchy ADHD brain. 10 million adults in the US have been diagnosed with ADHD. 10 million brains are struggling daily with seemingly simple tasks. I've read many blog posts, articles, and social media posts of people with ADHD trying to do this very thing, trying to intuitively externalize information. With ADHD P.O.P tools, they can be more intentional in externalizing information for their glitchy brains. If you know someone with ADHD, please share this information with them. If you have ADHD and you're frustrated that you can't show people what you know, I invite you to try this. Identify your point of performance and pop it. Doing this will make you feel calm, capable, and in control. I'll leave you with this. If you're worried what people will say about your glitchy, quirky brain, remember to say, weird is the side effect of being awesome.